I got a lot of great feedback from last week's episode on creating explosive growth in your business, so today I'd like to expand on that topic a bit and start laying out the steps to make it happen.
Increase sales, improve margins, and grow your business. Guaranteed. Top secrets of marketing and sales. Now, David Blaze.
If you're serious about creating explosive growth in your business, let's start by discussing where that sort of growth begins. It's not in your marketing, not yet. It's not in your sales scripts. That comes later. And it's definitely not in whatever new shiny object comes flying across your screen as you scroll on social media. Instead, it starts between your ears. Here's what I mean. If you look at the most successful printers and promotional product distributors, and really the leaders in almost any industry, a big difference in what sets them apart from their competitors isn't luck. It's their mindset, the way they think about their business, their clients, their messaging, and their results before they do anything to reach out to them. And while you probably already know that that's important, you also need to understand why. Having the right mindset doesn't just make you feel better about your business. It's not really about your feelings. It's about your vision. Having the right mindset allows you to see better. It allows you to notice the people, the approaches, and the opportunities that you might otherwise overlook. It allows you to recognize the profitable activities and patterns that other people don't see. As a result, you stop looking at the typical average approaches that create average, mediocre results for everyone else, so you can trigger the explosive growth you're looking for. This means thinking like a market dominator, not just like a participant. You already know that every business has a ceiling, but you might not know that most of these ceilings are self-imposed. They come from the beliefs and the actions of the participants. I hear from business owners all the time who swear they want to grow, but then the very next thing they tell me is the reason they believe they can't do it. I want to grow, but I don't have enough time. I really need your help, but I can't afford it right now. I'm serious about growing, but the people in my market are cheapskates. And the problem with that thinking is that you're making excuses instead of making plans. Explosive growth requires you to blow through that ceiling by asking better questions, like, what if I do have the time, but up until now I just haven't been using it the right way? What if I stop wasting financial resources on things that don't move the needle and start investing in the things that do? What if I adjust my approach to ignore the cheapskates and start targeting clients with money? These are some of the simple mindset shifts that allow you to see how explosive growth is even possible. Of course, mindset alone won't do it, but it does allow you to unlock the rest of the process of market domination. One of the biggest differences between struggling business owners, average performers, and those who dominate their markets is how they evaluate their resources. Struggling owners think in terms of shortages. I don't have enough. I don't have enough time, leads, ideas, help, resources. But top performers who create explosive growth in their businesses focus instead on leveraging everything they have. How can I generate exceptional results from the time, leads, ideas, help, and whatever other resources I already have? It's a simple shift that provides alternatives instead of focusing on excuses for why I can't get the things I want. Everything we do with our total market domination clients is built on leveraging their time and resources so they can accomplish more in less time and multiply their results instead of settling for less. So as others complain about not having enough clients, you'll be confidently attracting more of the ideal clients they can't get by improving your messaging, focusing your targeting, and perfecting your contact processes behind the scenes in what I call stealth mode. It's silent, but it's deadly to your less informed competition. It's also where all the foundations of explosive growth are built. In our last episode, we talked a bit about stealth mode and how it's like watering those bamboo trees while there are no visible signs of life. It seems futile, but only to those who have no idea of what's going on beneath the surface. Much of our industry is kind of primitive. Your competitors very likely engage in the same sort of dull marketing and outdated selling approaches that consistently create average or below average results for the majority of the industry. Instead of following the leader, it becomes a game of follow the follower, at which point everyone ends up traveling in circles and getting nowhere. But when you're operating correctly in stealth mode, your competitors don't know what's going on. They don't realize you're adapting your messaging, refining your offers, improving your outreach, and perfecting the systems that will allow you to dramatically outperform them. If you're determined to dominate your market, you cannot operate like everyone else does, because the majority are doing it wrong. Here are a few things you can do right now to start differentiating yourself. First, detach emotion from evaluation. Many business owners get lost in minutia and emotionally attached to every prospect and every proposal. Market dominators focus on getting in front of enough of the ideal prospects that they don't have to worry about the ones who don't close. They can focus instead on what worked, what didn't, what's next, and then they can evaluate the results dispassionately. Second, prioritize process over payoff. Explosive growth is not an event, it's a chain reaction. When you focus on improving the process, the results multiply and growth explodes. Third, abandon the victim vocabulary. Leave phrases like, "I can't," "It's too hard," "Nobody's buying right now," or "My market is cheap" to your unworthy competitors. Let them wallow in the kind of words that will seal their fate. The victim vocabulary is a signal to your brain to stop trying. Instead, you want to ask questions like, who's buying now? How do I find them? What do I need to say? And how can I reach more of them faster? If you want answers to these questions, join our Total Market Domination program and we'll help you with that. This will allow you to tackle opportunities instead of just obstacles. And while your mindset may be the ignition switch, it's not the engine. Once you get your thinking dialed in, it's time to take action, starting with your targeting. Because even if you have the best attitude in the world, if you're targeting the wrong prospects, you're still going to get nowhere fast. If you just like listening to this sort of thing, you can wait until next week for that episode. But if you're a serious professional interested in creating explosive growth in your business sooner rather than later, and you're interested in outperforming your competitors now rather than later, then go to topsecrets.com/call. Schedule a call with myself or my team, and we'll explain how you can create explosive results in your business while your competitors are still trying to figure out what to do next. Schedule a call now at topsecrets.com/call.
Increase sales, improve margins, and grow your business. Guaranteed. Top Secrets. Topsecrets.com.